Hi, and welcome to day 23 of the Summer Member Makeover. And I do want to apologize right from the beginning that I thought I had scheduled this for 12:30 Eastern Daylight Time, which is what was in the plan and what was scheduled, what was sent out to everyone. However, the program that I'm using that has all the captions actually created it in, hey, Crystal, actually created it. Hi, Crystal. Thanks so much for coming back on. I was just sharing that unfortunately, my program, Be Live, that helps me be able to have all the captions, had when I scheduled it, had known that I was in Central Time, and so changed everything to Central Time unbeknownst to me. So we have that figured out, and that should not happen tomorrow. So anyway, thank you so much for Crystal for coming on. I know Donna's hoping to be here shortly, so we will see if she's able to make it with that time change, and I'm sure Janie won't because she's running an office, and I know that they are back at work. So anyway, do you have any wins that you want to share with us today? Were you able to do at least one of the little activities we talked about yesterday?
I was, and surprisingly had more energy to do it and more stamina to get through it than I thought I would. Not that it was hard, but it was still a win, right? Like getting
That's
through the
right.
program, knowing I was doing something was great, and then it involved my kids because my kids did it with me, and
Awesome.
and then it encouraged us to go onto YouTube and look for other similar videos. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. That is so exciting. And oops, what happened to Donna? She was here and now she's not. But yes, and did you appreciate being able to think about only doing it for a minute or two?
Yes, because it's easy. Like it sounds. I know we say it's easy all the time, but it really is. Like this isn't like anything I've ever done before. It's so achievable.
Right. And it's taking those itty bitty steps, which some people would think, oh, it's not going to make any difference. But when it's like you said, achievable, one little step adds to another little step, and it's kind of like, you know, how do you eat a diet? How do you eat anything? One bite at a time. So anyway, so thank you for sharing that. And we have Donna with us too.
Hi.
So thanks, Donna. I had commented to everybody before you were able to get on that it was my fault that Be Live made the broadcast not available at the 12:30 Eastern time like I thought it was set for. So I will make sure that tomorrow that doesn't happen. But we are live, and it's one of those things that do happen. So I appreciate both of you making the changes to your schedule to be with us today to share. So Donna, Crystal was just sharing her win about she had done a little bit of the strengthening we talked about. Do you have any wins to talk about, or did you try a little
I,
strengthening? Or
I tried a little bit. It was pretty easy. I mean, you had told me that it was easy, and I was like, oh, we'll see. But it was. So, and my whole goal is I'd like to get rid of what I used to have a store owner who called them angel wings. So I would like to get my angel wings tightened up a little bit.
awesome, awesome! Because angel wings are something that it's definitely easy to work on, and the beauty of that is you can even sit at your desk or wherever you are
In the
and do
car.
it
I'm always
in
in
the
the car.
car. You just need to have a couple simple hand weights there, and you're set to go. So I sent you gals the information for today because we're going to talk a little bit about our thoughts. And so now I think you've heard me talk about our systems. We basically have four systems. We have our mental system, our emotional system, our physical system, and our spiritual system. But most diets only deal with the physical part. And in that, they only deal with the food and the movement. And honestly, it's not going to help you be able to create balance in your life, and it's not going to deal with all the other issues that keep you from being able to be successful. So the mental portion is what we're going to talk about today, our mental system, because our mental system is basically comprised of our thought life, our self-image, our perceptions, and then the patterns that we create within us. And so it's important to think about our thoughts really determine our self-image, determine that how we perceive things, how we do things, the patterns we create, but it also, our thoughts really influence the outcomes we're creating in our life, those outcomes. And a lot of times they can be very limiting. They can, help us be successful, or they can actually prevent us from accomplishing things. Even if we think we really would be able to accomplish, or we really want to accomplish, just some negative thoughts going on in our mind can actually limit you from being able to accomplishment. If you ever have a thought that says, I'm not, then you actually won't. So the goal is, anybody feel that way?
Yeah, and it's always, I think I'm probably a lot of people's cheerleader because I have a couple of friends that I have more faith in them than they have in themselves.
Yep. And so the goal is to not let your thoughts hold you back. And I think oftentimes, we hate to say it, but it does sometimes hold us back. We are sometimes our own worst critic, our own worst enemy. And so we have to stop and think about, it's not you that's holding you back, or it's not you that holds you back. It oftentimes is your thoughts. It's who you think that you're not. Who you think that you're not. And I think that's so important that we actually stop and think about that a little bit. So if have you ever found yourself saying something like, I'm not good at, I'm not able to do this, I'm not the person who has the time to do that. Some of those thoughts can really take and hold you back. And then we have to think about that negative critic that's running around in our heads at times. And how do we react, And so it's just really important that we spend a little bit of time thinking about, are your thoughts holding you back? Because honestly, at times,
Um,
Did I lose service back here?
I think she's froze. She'll come back here soon.
no, I think it was Kathy who lost service.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe she's off for now. She'll jump back on.
Yeah.
This section is really important for me. The self-doubt, the trail that you have. Like, I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
want to be that anymore, and I don't want to see myself as that. So
here she is. Yeah, I
I'm
agree. The head
looking
trash
forward to
really,
this.
really can kill any positive you have. So you got to get rid of the head trash.
right. And at times, most people will have some head trash that shows up. And I love to have you say that, because that's exactly how I like to think of it. But
they don't.
and I think it's
physical,
really
it's
important.
food. They don't address the
So,
mental. And
what
that's such a
we just need to
part
do
of
is we
it.
need to acknowledge the head
More
trash,
so probably
and
than
then
the
we need to
others.
use some simple techniques to overcome that
Like,
head
I feel
trash,
like what we've been doing is
because
so
we can't
easy
just bury it or not
that
deal with it, because
I
it'll
need the
keep
mental
popping
part
up
of it,
again and
because I
again.
wish everyone
So
would do
it's
this. They
really
have no idea that
important
you can
that
actually
you
do this and
can
not feel
get
punished.
happiness. You can take and get over that head trash, and you can change your
I think
thoughts.
poor Kathy's
It's
trying
not
to
easy,
come
but
on.
but it is possible. You can actually change your thoughts. So sorry about the mix-up today.
Did you
Sorry
see her at
about
all
me
jump
going
on?
offline for a little bit. I don't know what happened there. but this is live, and that's how life sometimes works. So anything that you want to add, Donna, before we're call it a wrap?
No, I think Crystal is still on. I can see Crystal,
Okay. I'm glad.
but it's kind of been like two different conversations happening.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
Because well, let's see. Nope, I can't. I don't see her. But if
She's
you
there.
can, okay, well, good. Well, Crystal, can you add anything? Do you have anything to
I'll go out and
share?
I think she's coming back in. She's going to go out and come back in.
Oh, okay.
So give
All
her
right.
just a second because she did have some good points that she was
Okay.
saying that you could not hear.
Oh,
So,
that's weird. That is.
yep. I mean, it was kind of strange on my side because there were two conversations. So give her a moment. She should be right back in.
Well, we should be doing a real good job then of mixing everybody else up. Okay,
There
so
she
here.
is.
So
She had some
Crystal,
really good points she was sharing.
okay,
So
I would love to have you share because honestly, I couldn't hear you. So do you mind sharing again? Can you hear us? You're on.
I was trying to sing, like, me.
Yeah.
yeah,
Can you hear me?
Kind of. You're breaking up
You can hear me?
a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to make this work.
There. That's better.
Better?
Better. Definitely better.
I was just saying that the mental part of it is a really big one for me. Everything else seems so easy, and I see my personal self-image is I'm the big girl anymore. So that mental, this is probably the most important part of this. And so many other programs out there miss this.
Right. Right. And it is. It's so important. And I'm so thankful that you shared that because in order to really create lasting changes in our life, we have to be looking at all of our whole person, the mental, the emotional, the physical, and our inner gut, that inner spirit. And that's what we're going to do the rest of this week is be focusing on those. So it's important as we start to change that mental picture, like you said, Crystal, that we have of ourselves and work on redefining that. And just remember that because it's a thought doesn't make it true. And I think that's so important. Just because it's a thought of yours doesn't make it a truth. So you can change your thoughts, you can change your limiting beliefs. It's all in finding the right techniques that are going to work for you. So I hope that the techniques I sent out to you gals, that you'll take them seriously and at least go through that little example and try and see what do you think is the one limiting or negative belief that you personally want to work on. And then we'll be able to see and help you be able to get through that one limiting or negative belief. Okay?
okay, sounds good.
All right. So thank you all for bearing with us again. Tomorrow is a new day, and I think by me not having my thing open so much and making sure I get the correct time set, it's going to flow a whole lot better. So thank you, gals, so much for being such good sports about today. And if someone still does want to join the Summer Member Makeover, it's not too late. The really a reduced rate is going to go away at the end of the week, but until then people could still get on. I know I have people joining each day. So thank you gals so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern time.
I'll be there.
Thank you so much. All righty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.